Hey guys, what's going on? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and please like the videos and please leave a little comment. When you like it and you comment, YouTube uses the algorithms to send Coach for the Soul around the planet, which is a good thing. So yeah, so this is a 99% clairvoyant reading. Hello, Heidi. I just saw your picture on Facebook that you changed. You're so serious. You need to put a smile on that face, I think. Hi, Haley. You're a beautiful woman. Smile, right? Let that love out. Yes. So, yeah, 99% clairvoyant reading. I don't know if I said that or not. The energy is kind of beautiful today. It's the last sunny kind of day I think we're going to have. And since it's November 16th, it's 65 outside. Hey, Teresa Pahaka. And pretty sunny. Yeah. Rain tomorrow. So, hi, Nancy Paris. Hey, Charles. What's up? How's it going? Yeah. So, we're going to talk about some stuff today. Allison Strange, how are you feeling, honey? You feeling better? I hope so. Hi, Shannon. It's nice out, right? Better than rain or snow. Because you know the snow's coming. Ugh. Gosh. Ugh. I need to transport myself to another place on the earth. Hi, V. How are you? Kind of like Hawaii. Right? Yeah. Hawaii it is. Hawaii it is. Not you, Haley. It's my friend Heidi. Yeah. She works on this metaphysical stuff. This ghosts and things like that. Paranormal stuff. It's kind of cool. Hey, Barb. It's kind of cool. I couldn't do it, but Heidi can. So, go at it, sister. Go at it. Yeah. Yes. So, we'll wait a couple minutes, I think. Maybe 1 or 2 more minutes, because he's ready to go. Oh, God, I didn't bring my water. I got to get my water. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. If I don't have my water, I will die. Die. So, okay. So, gonna start. Because we're going into holiday, Spirit wants to remind you all of this. Protect yourself from your family, number 1. Okay? They're more than likely third dimensional, and you are not. Make sure that you don't take anything serious. Hey, Kathy. Take anything serious. Don't take it to heart. Protect your heart before you go into the house, wherever you're going to go, the restaurant, the barn, whatever. Okay? And always make sure that you set a time limit. All right? It's not an all-day affair. It can't be. Because your energy is going to get zapped and you're going to absorb all this funk that you're going to have to get rid of. Okay? Because brother, sister, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, the whole collective is going to be up for grabs, Spirit says. Meaning, don't grab any. It's going to come to you. Make sure that you leave yourself and at the most 2 hours of being with somebody. Okay? Show up a half an hour before, maybe 45 minutes before. Eat. Mingle a little bit, right? Don't get caught up in past stories. Don't get caught up in yingy-yangy, okay? Don't get caught up in anything that the family's talking about because tempers are going to flare, Spirit says. It happens every year, okay? So what you just want to make sure that you do, you want to protect yourself. Talk out loud, right? Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be here for 2 hours at the most. At the most, okay? And I'm going to do what I've got to do. I'm going to be pleasant. I'm going to be friendly, but I'm not going to engage in with people who are, them. Know what I mean? Dysfunctional, okay? People who pick fights, right? People who make you feel small, because none of you are small. You're all big. All right? Always remember that. That you're going to come in there with your spiritual self. They're not going to understand they're not going to understand what you want to talk about. They're not going to understand about any of that. So don't try. All right? Do not try. It's not going to work. They're not your tribe. But you have to remind yourself for birthdays, anniversaries, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, whatever holidays that you absolutely observe, New Year's Eve, right? Very important. Because once people start to get a little toast in them, right, they can lose all their abilities to think. And they may go off on you because your energy no longer matches theirs. And that's the really thing that you have to really think about, right? Is that when you go out into the world, it's a third dimensional world. Your energy does not match that 99% of the time. You can bring it down to 3D, but it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And it's harder and harder to deal with people who don't have the same energy as you or lower dimensional energy, right? So do everything that you possibly can in family gatherings that you absolutely prepare yourself for that. Set your time limits, right? Talk out loud to Spirit and saying, okay, Spirit, I'm going to the lion's den, right? I'm going there to be social because it's my family this year, maybe not next year. Because as you go up in that vibration, you're just going to tell them, no, I can't. No, I can't come. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. Okay? Or you're going to go to a friend's house this year instead. If you're married and got kids, okay, then again, it's a 2-hour limit if you're going to go to one of the parents or grandma or grandpa's house or a sister's house or a brother's house. Okay? Or even a friend's house, right? You have to just understand that you're different. You're different. And they're not yet. Okay? It's very important that you understand who you are. You're connected to the divine, right? You chose it. They chose you. You made an agreement, right? And right now, it is absolutely super important going into 2024 that you protect your energy, or you will go home and have all of this black gunk on you. Ego will be just going out of control because it's being triggered. And you're going to have days of recovery. It's not worth it. Don't ruin your weekend. Don't ruin your weekend. It's not worth it, right? So always make sure, again, it doesn't matter if it's anniversary, holidays, happy birthdays, birthday party, whatever. Whenever you're going to be in a room of people that you know and that they know you, right? They're there to infect you, okay? If they trigger you and that's what your childhood is about, your young adulthood is about, don't let them. Don't let them, right? And then separately, after the holiday, if they call you on the phone or they do whatever they want to do, I talked to Kathy about this morning. This is the statement that you make. If you can't treat me the way I want to be treated with respect, you can no longer be in my life. Because they're going to tear you down. Why do you want to go into the lion's den? Right? You're grown. You can now stand up for yourself, no matter who is in your life, right? Grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, whoever, right? No, don't do that. Okay? If you can't treat me the way that I want to be treated with respect, you can no longer be in my life. That statement absolutely turned my family upside down. And I'm okay with that. I did it probably 10 years ago. Probably 10 years ago. No, probably 15 years ago. Okay? My brother in Florida, he's there. Haven't talked to him in 6 years. Sister in Colorado, she was so yippity. And I hung up on her for the first time in my life. Right? But I'm the most important person, and I'm not going to let that type of energy be intrusive on me. She called me 4 months later. Bill, I understand. Because you have to stand up for yourself, not in a party, not at holiday. Don't do that because they'll gang up on you and you will leave there crushed and crying. It's not worth it. If they call you on the phone, that's when you have the conversation. When they start to bully you, when they start to tell you or talk above your head, right? Because that's the way that you grew up. That's one of the reasons why I don't speak to my brother anymore, because he has to be 16, I have to be 12, my sister has to be 10. Ever we're together, okay? He used to make all the decisions and blah, 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 blah. No, not doing that, right? Again, it is so important for your everyday life that you don't allow people to tear you down. And you may think, well, it's my mom. Trust me. Trust me. You guys know about my mom. All right? She took care of us. She was good, but she screamed all the time. All the time. My father was the quiet one. He loved us. He gave us hugs, kisses, all that kind of stuff. Awesome stuff, right? Yeah. But when you're an adult, you can look back and go, okay, that wasn't right for me. That wasn't right for me at all. And then in time, you forgive. I forgave my mom and my dad probably 20 years ago. Yeah. Because they don't, again, parents don't know anything when the babies are born. Now they do. Right? We're much more connected to the divine. We're much more connected to spirit. There's lots of books, the internet, the whole kind of thing. So it's much easier to be a parent now by knowing how to treat my child and having a collective to actually interact with. Okay? They did back then too, but they were the neighborhood women, and my mom was kind of the boss of the neighborhood because she knew everything. She kind of did. But she taught everybody how to sew, how to cook, all that kind of stuff. You know? Yeah. So when you go into that energy, right? You have to protect yourself, because as we get older, we realize, or you will eventually, that a lot of people made you small. And with spirit, you're not small, you're big. It's big energy, it's big love, it's big happiness, it's big depression, it's big, everything's big. So you have to get yourself prepared to go into that spot. I learned that in therapy because my family is so jacked up, right? Namely because of the dynamic in my family. I love them all to death, right? I'm good, but I'm good here. I'm good away from them. Talking on the phone, perfect. See? So this week, today, till next, we'll talk about it again next Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we won't be here next Thursday. That's right. Yeah, we won't be here next Thursday. I'm loopy today, guys. I'm still up in the stratosphere. So when you're going to do the family thing, okay, even friends, you have to truly make sure that you have your cap on, right? You got to have your hat on, knowing, okay, I'm going to maneuver this perfectly. Why? Because I'm not taking this shit home with me. Don't. It's not worth it, okay? Your mom may yap, your dad may yap, your sister may yap, your brother may yap, grandpa might yap. Let them yap. You're taking care of you. And that's what it's all about. Okay? Because there's always members in families who are the trigger point. And they chose that for a reason. Right? They trigger the whole family. That's why you have to make sure that you are, as Teresa says, armoring up, right? I do that too. When I'm with people for a long period of time, like some of my friends. When I'm going to be with them for 3, 4, 5 hours, which I try not to be, but it's hard. We'll do different things when people come to town and things like that. I got to tell Spirit, okay, Spirit, I have to be a muggle for a couple hours. All right. So, they don't understand what I do. They don't want to know what I do. They're really good friends, but they're really third dimensional people. Right. And I understand that, but I've known them for really a long time. After I move, I won't know them as well. And that's already happening now, right? Because your guides pull people away from you. That's why it is so important that you understand that when you're going through your process of ascension, it's going to be lonely. It's going to be lonely. Why? Because they know how susceptible we are to people talking in our ears. Ego grabs that baby and it runs that baby home. It will take you weeks to get rid of that, if not months. Because you love them and you're open to them. That's why you got to armor up, as Teresa says. You got to hold yourself together. I say, okay, Spirit, I got to be a muggle. So I need you to, don't let anything get to me. And I don't have to surround myself with white light anymore. I just know that they've got my back. They've totally got my back. right? And you have to understand that too. All of you are so powerful and so connected that you may not think that because ego makes you think, well, Bill, I'm not you. Honey, you don't want to be me. Not right now. Because everything is spinning around. Everything is spinning around. But that's a good thing for me. You'll get there. The cool thing is when you get there, when it actually happens, you'll have heard Coaching for the Soul and go, oh my God, that's what Bill was talking about. It's going to be fine. Just let yourself float. Just let it go. Just have a good time, right? Because it's going to be, the friends don't want to, no, I can't, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Or some of them don't even call anymore because they wonder what's going on. With my friends, they know that I'm on the spiritual path, and I'm okay with that. I don't talk to them once a week. I don't talk to them once a month. Talk to them maybe once every 6 months. Hey, what's going on? I'm coming to Detroit. Cool. I'll see you this weekend. That's good, right? But you have to have self-preservation. You have to understand that you're not like anybody else in your family. Because trust me, if you're born before 2000, you started out as a muggle. And your family's a bunch of muggles. And you are going to be the only one in that tribe that is connected to the divine. They don't give mom and dad 2 or 3 or 4. They give them 1 before the year 2000. Now, after 2000, I know one who has 3. And they're all Virgos. Can you imagine that? 3 Virgo children born at different times. She planned that for a really hard life. And she's a Capricorn. The awesome thing is they were born after 2000. So they're already connected. Mama's not. She's in denial. But she'll get past that. That's the cool thing. So understanding our protection. We really don't have to put anything on when we walk out the door. They got our back all the time. They show you in ways that if you're paying attention, you'll see how they're taking care of you. But it's a family situation. They expect us to remember, to understand that being around family can be psychologically dangerous. It can be. They will trigger you on old stuff from your childhood, from your teens, from your 20s, from your 30s, right? And that's their job, is to trigger people. You just have to remind yourself that I'm not going to be triggered. I'm going to be there for 2 hours. I can get out. Well, why do you got to only be here for 2 hours? Make up an excuse. Mine was always Bailey. I gotta get home and take care of the dog. You can't be alone for da-da-da-da. Yeah. And now it's like, no, because I'm tired. I am truly frank with all my friends and my family when they're around. Like, no, we've been here for 2 hours. That's good. I gotta go. Well, really? Can't you? No, I gotta go. I'm exhausted. I gotta go. Because they understand this much, that being around those people in third dimension is really difficult. It's really difficult. They talk about the dumbest stuff on the planet. It's like, I don't understand. I was that person, but I also had a voice in my head, right? So I would kind of drift off to things. My good friend John, we'd have those kind of conversations, but we don't anymore because I'm here. I love him to death. He's right here. I'm going here. He's not going in, probably going right there. I'm okay with that. But I don't spend a lot of time with them. And we have to really understand that, everybody. We have to be conscious of the fact that they're energy vampires. They don't know they are. They don't know that at all. And we can be pulled back. It's very easy for us to fall back into past relationships, to past energy. Ego loves it. It loves it. Oh, don't worry about it. You'll hear, which don't ever listen to hang on. Don't ever listen to the voice in your head until you know which is spirit and which is ego. Because ego will always sabotage you to get you from going further in your ascension. It doesn't know what it is. Understand, ego has been with you every way and how and time you died in your entire life cycle. It's the same ego from 12,000 years ago, let's say, right? It knows how you died, and it doesn't know what the divine is. It doesn't know what that white light is. It doesn't know anything about that because ego is a third dimensional instinct, which we will lose as we move forward. It'll become a positive influence in our lives. But that's what it will do. Same thing with family. right? Going to holidays, going to birthdays, all those types of things, picnics, all kinds of things. The beach, doesn't matter what it is. Our ego goes, I know this energy right here. Oh, yes, I know this. I'm going to get him, her to engage in that. Oh, yeah. And guess what? It's going to get flamey and hot. It's going to be crazy. And someone's going to leave pissed off. Probably us. And that's how we learn our lessons. If we're not paying attention, we're not being conscious. So it's very important, everybody, when you're going to go through the holiday stuff, okay? Set yourself a limit. Always know you're protected by the divine. But when you go into the lion's den, you got to be conscious and go, okay, they already know I'm going to be here for 2 hours. It might be a little less than 2 hours because the energy in here is kind of crazy today. Yeah. Oh, you want to go shopping? No, I think I'm good. Well, you used to love it. I don't understand. No, I'm not into it anymore. That's kind of, well, I don't understand. What are you doing? What are you, a different person now or what? Smaller, 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 until you finally, hope not. All right, I'll go. No, don't go. Because if you think you can beat it, you're going to carry that around for a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. You're like, oh my God, but I don't understand. Have you meditated? Yes, but I can't get rid of it. Well, what'd you do with your family? Well, I went to Black Friday at midnight and blah, blah, blah. Okay, good luck with that. Because you're going to be like, what did I do? And you'll never do it again. It's very important. And once you do it and you feel the power that you have, tell you what, you'll never do it again. Because it's like, no. And those are the boundaries that we set for January, February, March, April's Easter, usually, maybe March, if you celebrate that. If you don't, bonus. But some do. And they go back into the lion's den. And you come back out because you're, oh my God, I love this. I love it. Oh my God, they didn't bother me at all. There you go. And so you got May, June, July, 4th of July. Big picnic. Come out here. Let's go up north to the lake. Let's go here let's do all of this stuff. And you got to go, okay, I can come for 2 days. What do you mean? We always go for a week or week and a half. I can't this year. Well, why can't you? Can't you get the time off? No, I got things I got to do. Well, what do you got to do? Stuff. And they're going to talk, So you just have to protect yourself, everybody. Every day you're with people that know you. People that don't know you, it doesn't matter, right? You can block that easily. But people that know you, some or most of your life, they have a ability to infect us. And trying to get rid of the infection is not easy. It's not easy at all. Okay? So, that's enough of that. And I'm looking forward to hearing everybody talk about it because I can't wait to hear how good you guys did, how wonderful you guys did, and how people were like, WTF, what do you mean I can be here all day? No, football game's on. No, I'm good. Gotta go. So that makes you feel more empowered. They were not able to condense you, to make you small. You're still big. You're still independent. You're still this person who is able to control the room. Because most Capricorns can. Every single human on the planet can. If your energy is big enough and you believe in how big your energy is and you are conscious. By saying, no, I got to leave at 3 o'clock. See? So that's that. But I look forward to 2 Thursdays from now hearing about everybody's stuff in the feed. All right? So that is the first thing. I had another thing too to talk about. So I'm going to ask him what it is because I totally forgot because I'm way up there. About 15,000 feet. Okay. I don't know what it is. Hang on. Okay. Do a little astrology stuff because it's going to be super, super important. So on the 27th of this month, the full moon is in Gemini. Okay? And if you have any placements on your birth chart that are 19 degrees or higher, look at where they are in your chart. And that is the house that is going to be most intensified by Gemini and the full moon. So it could be good, it could be okay, it could be like WTF. Okay? Wherever you need to be cleansed, wherever you need to be cleaned up, wherever you need to be focused on, right? That's what new moons do, and that's what full moons do, right? This last new moon, I was I think I posted on Facebook, I was like at 25,000 feet all day. The room was spinning, I had vertigo, my left side of my head was all tingly all day. I'm like, okay, I can't even drive. There's no way I can drive like this. I didn't need to drive, but I'm like, but if I needed to, I would not be able to. And that was all because of the new moon, okay? Because as you go through your process, as you go through your ascension, astrology is going to be very important to you, all right? Especially if you want to know why. I'd like to know beforehand so that I can kind of understand it. Because if I don't do that and I'm caught off guard, my left head is tingling like crazy, and I'm caught off guard, I don't have the ability to find out why I get too frustrated. Because it's not something good, right? So I get frustrated. That's not good for me because I get frustrated all the time. So the full moon at the end of the month, bonus. And then there is a new moon in December, and there's also a full, at the beginning, full moon, I believe, is before Christmas. And guess what? Mercury retrograde starts next month, again, for the 4th time this year. I believe it starts on December 28th and goes to the 13th or 14th of January. Yeah. So be ready for, not chaos, just cleansing, Spirit says, for the cleansing, okay? And so it could be the cleansing from holidays. If we didn't heed the boundary warning, right? And didn't, okay, I'm going to go for 2 hours. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Or if it's at your house, guess what? You're kind of screwed. And you'll never do that again because you'll be like, oh, no, I can't deal with all the family and the grandma and grandpa, the kids and everything else. Oh my God, and I got to cook and this and that. If not, if you're a guy, you might be cooking too. So it's important. But that time period that is Capricorn, it's every single Mercury retrograde in the last 2 years has been in earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Because that is the earth, that is the ground that everything is built on. Everything is built on. And we're always told to ground ourselves. We're always trying to do that. Well, guess what? We're not grounding as much as they want us to, meaning people who are still grounding. Oh no, you go to the center of the earth. If you go to the center of the earth and you're getting your ascension process, you will be a freaking stretch toy. Don't do like a pine tree does, right? Just do the surface. You're still grounded, okay? But don't picture and meditate on going to the core of the earth because you'll be Stretch Armstrong. And if you don't know what Stretch Armstrong is, Google it because you'll find out what it is. Yeah, all right? But that is going to be something in the next couple months that is going to be, I know, hang on. It's going to be, not going to be difficult if we're aware of it. And then Spirit says the middle of January, just before we go into Aquarius, is going to be freaking Zoom time. Why? Because Pluto is in Aquarius for the next 20 years. That is the age of Aquarius right there. Everything is going to switch. Everything is going to change. Everything that we know today that we grew up with is going to be gone. Slowly but surely. By 2030, it'll really be gone. It'll be a whole new world. All right? Nothing to be scared about because we're up here. Down here, there's always going to be muggles, right? There's always going to be muggles until there's not. Okay? So we're going through this process, right? And we all know this. 2024 is going to be ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs for everybody. But if you're conscious, it won't be as bad. See, it won't be as bad. Because they're going to absolutely activate every part of your DNA that you have inside your body that is ready for 2024. It's all coded, everybody. It's all coded, right? I know. It's kind of like a loaf of bread. It tells you when it's going to expire. Not going to really expire, but it's going to expire. Right? Going to get moldy, whatever. whatever it gets. But it's so very important that we stay as conscious as possible as all these changes start to happen. Because again, we know about this, it's quantum leap energy. I mean, November, it's already the 16th of November. It just started. I mean, come on. I was talking to my friend Brenda, who does quantum healing, because I went on Tuesday, and she was like, okay, about 3 weeks. I'm like, yeah, okay, that would be like December 5th. I'm like, what? Yeah, the December 5th. I'm like, oh my God, it's already freaking November. And it's the 14th of the month when I saw her on Tuesday. Where did it go? That's quantum leap energy. We're going to speed past 2024. And do not let the outside forces, right, stop you from developing and allowing and being conscious of your connection to the divine. Right? I mean, they won't let you forget. They'll pull your back like a freaking tug rope, right? And you'll be like, what the heck just happened? Because you may wander off because your ego says, don't think about it, don't worry about it, don't think about it, don't worry about it. And you kind of wander off in another direction. Because that happens all the time. It happened to me. Happened to me. And I talked about it today with one of my friends. You know, that it's like, wow, this is crazy. That I can't do it sometimes. I can't. And I'm okay with that now. That's something that you have to understand, right? Is it, we've never been through this before. Our human brains never been through it before. This ascension, this energy, as your head starts to tingle, as your shoulders start to tingle, as your neck starts to tingle, right? Because that's what's going to happen. Everybody's coming online in the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. But I'm telling you, all of you who watch this program are going to be the first to be activated. And no one's the same. Always remind yourself of that. Ego wants you to compare yourself to somebody that you know, or somebody like myself, or somebody who watches the program, or somebody else who's on the feed. Don't. Nobody's lived your life before. And that's something that I learned as I was going through my process of everything. No one has been through what you've been through. And some people can say I had a really good childhood. Bonus. But as you start to connect, as you start to go deeper into your spirituality, there's going to be red flags. You go, wow, I remember when I was like 9, my grandmother, blah, 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 spanked me or yelled at me, hit me with a spoon, hit me with a branch from a tree, whatever, switch. Yeah. Because the back days were brutal. I don't care what anybody says. They were brutal. And we're not animals. Because we are, they didn't know this back then, we are the smartest humans have ever been on the planet in 12,500 years. Because of them. But just think about 100 years ago. They didn't have nothing. We didn't have nothing. My grandmother who came from France had nothing. She had $11 in her pocket and got on a freaking boat and came here from France. Really? Who did? The only child. Boarded a boat by herself and came to America. She had nothing her entire life. But us, right now, the past 30 years, past 40 years. So understand that. Feel the privilege, Spirit says. Feel the privilege. And feel the privilege of as you go through your ascension and you absolutely touch 5D. And you'll know when you touch 5D, everybody. You will know when you're in 5D. Because you'll be floaty as a freaking balloon. And you'll be able to be bouncing around here, there, and everywhere. Not a helium balloon going up like this. It's an air balloon, right? And so it pops around and things like that. You were like, what the heck's going on? Because you're in 5D. And your brain, your body is not used to that energy. It's light and fluffy and wonderful and connected deeply. Go with it. You'll get some vertigo, because you will. Because your internal's like, what the hell is going on with this energy? Is there gravity now or what? Because you don't feel it. It's a truly amazing experience when you hit it. When you go past it, it's even more. It's wonderful. And you know so much. Stuff gets activated so freaking awesome and cool. Yeah. I tell you what, write everything down. I talk to my phone. Because if you don't, you will forget it. That is their plan. Because the more that you remember, the more it clogs up your mind, which maybe hasn't been cleared of your past lives, and your library is still kind of dirty. That's where all of your stuff is at, is in the library behind you. Think of a library book, right? Just lots of them. For me, 12,000 years. There's a lot in there, however long I lived. But we all have that. We all have that cachet of past lives of 12,000 years, depending how long you've been on the planet. So write things down. Write your dreams down. I'm talking to my phone because I can't write fast enough before that goes away. Because I don't write that well anyway. Also, 63 could be 64. It don't work as fast as it used to work. It's pretty good still, but still, right? And when you're up here, it's even worse because you forget things so quickly. But you also know all this other stuff that you didn't even know before you got there, which is interesting, which you don't use yet, but you got it. And you know that you've got it. And that's the coolest thing of all. See? When you get keystones, right? In your soul journey, where you go, holy yeah, I get that. I'm having deja vu. I've done this before. I think it's pretty cool. It was in a dream. I don't know when I had the dream, but I had the dream. Exactly. Because you've all done it before. As we head back to fifth dimension, from where we came from 12,500 years ago. We're all going. If you're watching this program, you're going. It's very, very, very cool that we're able to, little by little, recognize that. Recognize that. And you can allow your ego to tell you all the junk that you want it to tell you. You're still going. It's not going to change. You just make it hard on yourself. And it's hard sometimes to differentiate between what you're hearing from your ego and what you feel. Right? And if you're in fear, that's even worse. If you have questions, things like that, yeah. Spirit, what the hell is going on with that? Spirit, what's up with that too? Not that you're going to get an answer like that until you are connected divinely through clairvoyancy, which most of you are going to be able to speak to each other without speaking. Yeah. See? So 2024 is going to be amazing. Sometimes it's going to suck. Yeah, there's still going to be Mercury retrogrades. There's 3 of them. Well, 4 considering December to January. Yeah. See? So we're still going to have astrological stuff going on. Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Mercury, Pluto, all that kind of stuff. The blessing is that most of the hard stuff is done. We're sailing. We are sailing. And that is the coolest thing of all. And all you have to do is flow. Just have to flow. Just have to, as it comes to you, and let it go back. Comes to you, let it go back. Anything that you think about ego is heavy, heavy third dimensional energy. It's going to stop everything that's lighter and fluffier that's coming to you that's yours. That's yours. Ask for what you want, Spirit says. Ask for what you want. You got to make up at least a list of 5 things to ask for what you want. Because the energy of wanting is good. It's excitement. It is, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. You should never be satisfied with what you've got today. Never. That is an energy of lack, Spirit says. It's an energy of lack. But I'm okay with, okay. So if I give you $1 million, what will you do with it? Well, I'd probably give it away to people. Why? Don't you want anything? But then when you give them the $1 million, guess what? Ooh, I got plans for that. There you go. And that's why when you hear buy a ticket or you hear ticket in your freaking head, buy the darn ticket. I'm telling you. Lots of abundance next year. There's lots of abundance next year. For those who believe that it's theirs. It's very hard for them to send us anything that we don't believe is ours, that we deserve it. But we do. We got to shed that third dimensional energy, right? Of growing up in lack, growing up with dysfunctional parents, being a dysfunctional parent to your kids, right? Dysfunctional child, your dysfunctional children that come out golden and beautiful, but they suck on the energy that's in your house and in mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and things like that, right? So that's why you have to think about the time spent. That's the way it is. Because up here, your kids are going to be golden. They're already there because they're already connected if they're under 23 years old. Well, 23 years old and younger. Yeah. See? The year 2000 is the break point. 97, 98, 97, 99 are pretty good too. They're pretty close. But these kids, they're the ones who are going to build the world in the future. With love, affection, chimes. Right? They are. That's the plan. It's always been the plan, right? Is that if we are coming along for the ride, we're now muggles. We're now muggles. You can believe that I don't really get all of it. Oh, you'll get it all. You'll get all of it. Watch for what you wish for, because you could be bombarded with as much resistance as you put up, which we all do without even knowing it. That's ego. Ego is very tricky. It will put up resistance on something, and you never know that you're putting up resistance to it. Until one day you go, what the hell is that? I'm not, oh my God, I am. That's why it's not here yet. Probably so. But we also have divine timing. Divine timing is realizing, oh my gosh, I'm putting resistance up to that. I'll say hello to that. Too much in your head. Then when you take that energy down, all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. You go, holy cannoli, this is all mine? Yeah. And please don't be the one who says, I don't want it. This is too much, Spirit. I don't need all. No, it's not your, I know. Spirit wants to be proper on this. It is not in your human self to say no. Your soul planned it. So there's a reason why you're getting it, right? Maybe you don't know the plan yet. Some of us do, some of us don't, right? So keep it. It's yours for the time being. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to give it all away, whatever it is. No. You have to hang on. You have to take your portion first. Then your children, then your mate, your partner. Then whatever's left, if you want to, sprinkle it amongst family, sprinkle amongst friends. But you, your kids, your partner are why you got the abundance that you got. Could be anything. Could be anything, and it could be money, could be property, could be a house, could be food, could be all kinds of things that you never thought. Spirit just went, gift certificates or gift cards to a great restaurant. Right? No. Well, we never go there. It's $150, it's $200, it's $500, whatever it is. Go. Because someone who's thinking you need to go there. Them. To be treated properly. Because a lot of us don't understand that. We don't understand how we are mistreated. Until you receive a gift and you're in a different energy than you have been in the past. And you realize how much you're appreciated for shopping at that store or eating at that restaurant or whatever it could be, right? Could be laser surgery, could be removing hair. I don't know what that came from, but removing hair, like at a laser center, things like that. Doctor's office, dentist. All those types of things, all the things that we do every day that we never think about. Because either we're angry and unapproachable, or they're angry and unapproachable. Or the lady behind me is really angry and I wish she'd get the hell away from me. See? But you'll recognize all the things that you can not control, but you can control. So when you're treated grandly and wonderfully and fantastically, guess what? You want more of that. So that's when you start to go up in your ascension and things like that. You grab hold and say, Spirit, I want more of that right there. I want more of that right there. They're going to say, okay, you want more of that? So then you got to grow. You have to do this, this, and this. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Or hell yes, I'll do that. Because I want to be treated like that right there, like I'm a freaking king. There you go. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's what it's about. See? Because it's only going to get better. That's the awesome thing. It's going to get better and better and better as the months go on. As they're flying by us, right? As they're flying by us. Because Spirit says, because when you get to the place where you're like, WTF, that's what it's all about. I'm so glad I did what I did to be able to get here. Because they're going to get you there no matter what. Just have to be conscious of why they need to get you there. Yep. Okay. So, I think he's done. Hang on. I'm way up there. Yeah, he's done. We won't be here next Thursday, he says, because of their holiday. I mean, their holiday. The American holiday, he says. Okay. Be back the next week. I got gift certificates now for all the reading prices at billhobart.com. And you can also gift element sessions to people. There's element session gift cards for a whole year's worth of conversations with myself and all kinds of great stuff in that. And the Facebook Coaching for the Soul private Facebook room that we have. Go in there and chat and tell people all this different cool stuff that would happen to them today or yesterday, whatever. But those are available too at billhobart.com. And readings are still on sale. Spirit said to run them all the month of November, so I'm doing it. $100 for 30 minutes and $130 for 60 minutes. Yeah. So all kinds of gift ideas. The best thing to give is me, I guess. What he thinks. So, yeah. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'll see you in 2 weeks for Coach of the Soul, Thursdays at 3. And if you would please go over to YouTube at about 15 minutes and like the video and leave a little comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I would really appreciate that, because when you do that, the channel's slowly growing, and it's going to be, from what they tell me, it's going to be really growing next year. But you know, I'm a Capricorn and I don't really believe everything I hear. So if you could do that for me, I would greatly appreciate that. I'd like to get more likes and more C's, more people's eyes on it. Just because that's what they tell me that I've got to do. So I'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Have a great Thanksgiving and take care of yourselves. And remember to protect, all right? Need something, let me know. See you. Bye.